Seoul's latest countermeasure following Pyongyang's fourth nuclear test earlier this week, the South Korean military has resumed anti-Kim Jong loudspeaker broadcasts at the inter-Korean border starting at noon. Today just so happens to be the North Korean leader's birthday as well. The South Korean military has raised its readiness to its highest level as the North has a history of lashing out against the speakers. Our Kim Hyun joins us from the Ministry of National Defense in Seoul. Hyun, after a few months of relative calm on the Korean Peninsula, tension has quickly heated up.
That's right, Daniel. South Korean troops along the border have been put on the highest state of alert to respond swiftly and strongly if North Korea tries to retaliate against the loudspeakers. Now let's hear what the Defense Ministry has to say.
In response to North Korea's fourth nuclear test, our military restarted the use of propaganda loudspeakers at noon on Friday. If the North carries out a provocation, we will counter and make them pay dearly.
The speakers are set up in 11 different areas along the border. They pump out news and messages condemning North Korea's repressive government and even play the latest K-pop hits at high volume. The speakers will be turned on irregularly in various parts of the border at different points during the day and night. Now, officials here tell me that the military has deployed additional surveillance assets as well as extra firepower to the border. They also told me that there have been signs of extra surveillance and military movements north of the border. Now, if Pyongyang tries to attack, South Korea says it will fire back with 4 times the force, which is entitled to do under Article 51 of the UN Charter.
Well, Hyun, we hope North Korea doesn't do anything that rash, but South Korea knows full well how much Pyongyang loathes these loudspeakers broadcasts.
Yes, that's right. The South used these giant speakers recently in August last year, and Seoul turned them on in a retaliatory measure after 2 South Korean soldiers got injured from landmines planted by North Korea in the demilitarized zone. Now, at the time, the broadcasts caused tensions to flare up badly, with Pyongyang giving Seoul 48 hours to switch them off or face strong military action. But talks at the border village of Panmunjom eventually calmed the situation, with the 2 sides reaching a landmark deal with South Korea, agreeing to stop the broadcast unless an abnormal situation occurred in the north. Now, Seoul quite clearly sees the nuclear test as a good enough reason to fire these speakers back up. North Korea has repeatedly called for the end of the broadcast, viewing them as an insult to its dignity. Now, Pyongyang is also concerned that an influx of outside information could pose a threat to its young leader. Now, some experts are concerned North Korea could lash out today, especially as today is Kim Jong-un's birthday. Back to you.